Hey guys, what's going on? Brooke on board here, and we are back in Southampton, ready to do on second of my last cruise, Big Tad, and we are heading off to Amsterdam. Currently at the moment we have about 25 minutes before guests can start embarking. I went and nipped out into Southampton, went to Asda, and went for a little walk. So we got off at like 10 o'clock this morning, came back on for about 1 o'clock-ish. Originally security wasn't going to let me on because guest entertainers aren't allowed on until 2, along with passengers and all that sort of stuff. But there's so many different variables. There we go, let's shut that door. So many different variables, so they were just like, yeah, we'll let you on eventually. And after asking politely enough times and saying that I need to come back on for work purposes, they eventually agreed and let me back on, which was quite nice. So I've now just head up to top deck to go and sort some stuff out, and then we will. That's it. So we will bring you guys on with the tour. So it's really nice being able to walk around the ship. I've never actually been able to experience this personally, where I can walk on a practically empty ship. Because I'm not working until later on. Well, I am, but I'm not properly working until later on. So it's nice being able to just walk around and just be completely empty for a while. Sorry, I'm going to keep stopping to shout out the video. But it is so nice just being able to walk around and just see how empty the entire place is. Like, this is like things you won't usually see whilst the ship's in motion, like chairs, like how they are, being cleaned and stuff like that. Like, you don't get to see this kind of stuff, so it's really weird but nice at the same time. And I'm just take you around, but because there isn't any guests on board, there are just a few obstacles on the way, so I do have to keep stopping the video just to ask a few questions, saying if I'm allowed to walk places. If I'm not, then that's okay. But we have our pole netting on. As you can see, there's nobody around. This is what it's like on a completely empty cruise ship. I imagine it would have been similar to this about 3 years ago for an unnamed reason that we are not going to get into. Hopefully we'll never experience ever again. Oh, it's a bit windy there. But if we look up, we're in the ocean terminal, and I believe right at the back down there is where Arvia is. That's the ship that we were docked next to last time. So Arvia's down there. Then we have the MSC cruise ship down there with its slides and stuff like that. We don't have any slides on us, but we have the Arvia there, which is quite nice. Lovely. Okay. So, like I was saying, because it's no one's on board, this is just a little tour of what the ship looks like without guests around, which is a very, very rare sight that anyone ever gets to see, which I'm taking full advantage of. I'm just trying to talk louder than the music. So you'll see all the passengers down there, all the taxi ranks and stuff, and they're all going to be in that building down there with the solar panels waiting to board, and they're all going to come down here, and they work for about 4.5 hours. Last all aboard is 7 o'clock tonight, so everyone should be on board for about 5:30, 6ish. So we got about 3-4 hours before everyone comes on. So I thought that this would be my chance to give a little tour of a wet Southampton winter day. Also a lovely experience and lovely adventure to see what it looks like completely empty with no guests around. Because that's different. Been like drained our swimming pool, so we haven't drained it on the inside one, but yesterday that was full. And that's on the last cruise. That pool's very full a lot of the time. It has no heating in it. It's quite cold, but we were using it. But I guess since we're going to Amsterdam, it is going to be very, very nippy and very, very cold. So they're not bothering with that one until we finish our Amsterdam cruise next week. I think they're going to do like a week of just leaving it empty. It wouldn't surprise me. And then when the ship heads off to the Caribbean next week, they might refill it, because they're going to, like, Ventura is doing Southampton to the Caribbean about 4 or 5 times. So it spends half its life transiting over the Atlantic. Because it's doing a 33 day cruise from Southampton round the Bahamas and the Caribbean, and then heads back to Southampton. So it's a quite nice thing. I'm good that I can't be there for it, but my contract runs out next time I come to Southampton, and next time I'm in Southampton I will be heading home. So it is currently Friday today, and I disembark next Wednesday. So I've only got 5 days left on board. Bit of a short cruise, bit of a short time, but you know what? There are a lot of staff members that are coming on just this one cruise, because this is a party cruise. There's going to be a lot of kids on board, a lot of families on board. So there's so much going on this cruise. Like last cruise, it was great. It was a younger cruise, but our average age was 64. But it was a family Christmas cruise. Now this cruise is everyone's going to just get drunk, so it's going to be a very, very interesting time. So as I walk around the ship, show you guys what it looks like. Really, you can listen to me drone on while you sleep, or you can enjoy the ambience with me. I love the fact that I can come to work and live and work on this ship and do this for a job. And you know what? This is some of the most amazing things that I can do. Like, what could you not love about this? Like all them cars down there, and then I think Arvia has docked maybe at Mayflower, and I think MSC is docked at I think it's Queen Elizabeth Terminal. I think that's the ones they are. And then down there we have the bridge. A little sneak peek of the bridge. Very, very exciting. I don't actually come this far. I never usually get the chance, and it's usually I never usually come this far. Behind me we have the gym, and these glass windows. These are one-way windows, which is really nice. Do love the gym. But at the moment, I am on top of the bridge. Right there. So, currently on top of the bridge. We are very, 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 very close to the edge of the dock. But it's okay. We have the pilot that guides us in, and he looks after us. And then we have a massive multi-story car garage. Just don't mention, was it Heathrow or Luton? That disaster that happened like a few weeks ago with the electric car. Then you got more over there, and then you got more over there. So, as I walk around, just giving you like a brief little view of the things that we don't usually get to see. So, nice little step out onto the bridge, nice little door there. Don't know if this goes against security protocols, but I don't know. But it's okay. It's okay. It's a vibe. And then up there we have, I think it's like a cafe area. I don't actually know. I just remember people being sat up there. I just call it the reverse bridge, even though there's no controls up there, and even though there's no officers that really go up there. And I think there's a John Deere selection down there, or a Massey Welsh. No, Massey. Yeah, Massey Trexers, or John Deere. Who knows? And then a hell of a lot of tugboats. And this one's called Craig. Craig. Sorry, I've had to put the hood up now because it has got a little bit nippy. So we're back out on the pool deck. We've done a little lap round. We're going to walk to the aft part of the ship to see what's going on over there. Because there's no guests on board, they're not doing any drinks, they're not doing any food or anything like that. I don't think the guest mess or buffet, as everyone calls it, that doesn't open till like 2, half 2. So see if it opens in 15 minutes or 45 minutes. I don't actually know. But you can get some scran in a bit. You know what? I actually don't even know what that building is over there. I think it's a prison. It looks like a prison. Probably is a prison. If you know what that building is, drop a comment. Let us know. Because I wondered what that building would be. But the nice thing is, I've not actually not done this yet. I'll put this balcony, and you can have like a little mooch. And you know what? They've also took the water out of that pool as well. Huh. Well, that only says one thing to me. I could be wrong, because I don't know why they're taking it out. It might have just taken it out for cleaning and refill it with new water. I don't know. But them taking the water out of both pools and just leaving a little bit in the jacuzzi says to me personally that it's going to be a bumpy ride to Amsterdam. So I think they've drained it in advance because they know it's going to be a bumpy ride. And if it is, then that's okay. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's okay. As yesterday when we were on our way back, as soon as we hit the English Channel yesterday was just really, really bad weather, and it was just atrocious to experience. And then when we leave, we have the reef over there as well, which is a kids club. So when we leave here tomorrow, we have the Iona coming on. So the Iona is much newer, much bigger than us. Basically, to put it in perspective, Aurora, or is it Avia? Yeah, I think it's Aurora. Aurora, Avia, whichever ship's over there. There's too many beginning with A. Azora, Aurora, Avia. Ugh, can't keep up. Anyway, whichever ship's docked with us, we are a bigger ship compared to that one. The same length as what we are bigger than the ship over there is the same length that Iona is bigger than us, essentially. So, we're just going on a little walk round. So we got Iona docking with us tomorrow. We had Iona dock with us on Christmas Eve in Lanzarote, which I have already mentioned in my Christmas video. That was honestly an amazing day for me. You know, considering all the time I've worked at sea, which, bear in mind, it hasn't been too long considering my departure from Princess on medical grounds. So, considering all that, I haven't worked at sea a lot, but I've been on enough cruises, on holidays, and I feel like I've experienced working at sea, if that makes sense. Like, and they're doing that pool as well down there. I feel like I've experienced quite a lot of working at sea, and this cruise has definitely been my favourite. Just in the sense of freedom, and how relaxed it is on here. There's been a few things that I've not been allowed to do, being a guest entertainer. But then, as many things that I'm not allowed to do, there's things that I am allowed to do as a guest entertainer that crew members aren't. So it's bittersweet in a sense. Like, I'm not complaining. I love everything on here, but the only gripe I do have a little bit with it is there's a few things that I'm not allowed to do in terms of entertainment, which I wouldn't think twice about. For example, like, because I'm a DJ on board, I'm not supposed to bring on live acts and guest acts and stuff. Not meant to bring them on, not meant to bring them off. I'm not meant to host game shows or quizzes. I'm not allowed to go up onto Sail Away and do the dances. As you saw in previous clips, my team were up on stage doing dance and stuff. I wish I was allowed to do that, but I've been told I'm not allowed. But that's not my manager's fault or anything like that. That's just what my agent has agreed with P&O for me to do as DJ on board, because it's not very often that DJs come on and get involved with the end slides. Okay, so this is edited me stepping in now to finish off what previous me was saying. So I did film a third segment to this. Well, I thought I did anyways. Basically what happened was, due to the wind and a little bit of rain, I didn't actually hit record. Big error, I know. I remember looking back down at my phone going, I give up. So, I was already back inside by this point by the time I realised I'd done like another 5-minute speech. Basically what I was saying was, my agent had agreed with P&O that I was only to come on as DJ and only DJ, and not to do entertainment activities, which is one of the things where I wouldn't mind doing that, as that's what I've done in the past, so I had no problem stepping up to plate if they asked me to. They didn't need me to do that, and it wasn't a common occurrence, because we were in European countries where the weather wasn't exactly the most amazing for sail away. Don't get me wrong, we had some phenomenal sailways when we left Funchal in the Portuguese island, and when we left Tenerife on Christmas Eve. Them two were absolutely stunning. So I just thought I'd jump into this edit and give a little bit of a clarify basically what I was saying to the previous video, and clarify why it kind of like jumps over to editing me. So going through them all, just editing videos left, right and centre, just making sure everything looks crisp and clear. So because of my poor editing really, my poor filming, I'm now doing more work in the editing stage. Oh well, life of YouTuber, eh? So when we were back in Southampton, obviously it wasn't great. We were off walking around, went to Asda, went to some other shops, went to the West Quay shopping centre, wandered around there. There wasn't really much for me to film, and it was pouring it down rain. I mean pouring it down. The signal and like getting 4G, 5G was horrendous. And then eventually when I got back to the terminal, I might have mentioned this in the video, but the port agent wouldn't allow me on. We were allowing staff members on, they wouldn't allow me on because I was guest entertainer, which is half guest, half crew. But because I had a guest pass, they wouldn't allow me on. Now we did this dance when I first arrived, which was fine. After explaining my situation where I had to be on to go to work and do work things and wander around the ship, and the fact that I didn't want to wait till 2 o'clock, and I was in a crew cabin, so my cabin wasn't going to get serviced that day, as it's not very often that crew cabins get serviced on turnaround days at all. If it does get serviced, it will be serviced after we leave port, just because of the fact of they need to focus on all the rooms for the guests that have left and then turn around. So we get pushed from right down to the bottom of their priority list, which is absolutely fine. So after enough battling with the guy at security, we got in contact with the port agent. Well, we got in contact with the securities manager, and the security manager got in contact with the port agent, and I was allowed special permission to come on board to fulfill my role on board, which is fine. I should have been denied, but most guest entertainers would be, which I can totally understand. But because I work closely with the entertainment team, I was able to just get on. So what I was saying before was on Ventura, on Azura on Aurora, they are not classified so much as party ships. We had party cruisers, hence why I went on board as a one-off. I say one-off, I only go on when there's high demand for me to be on board for big parties, events, stuff like that. If you go on to like Arvia, I believe Britannia, and potentially Iona as well, I think them three have full-time DJs. Don't quote me on that. I know Arvia does, but I don't know about Britannia and Iona. But I think they do as well. So they will have like full-time DJs that'll be on board all the time. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them yet. But I have to come into this edit just to clear up what I was saying. But thank you very much for watching. If you did like the video, make sure you drop a like down below, a comment, and even a subscribe button. You know, come say hi. Don't be shy. My name's Brock on board, and I'll catch you in the next one.